Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hey, Florence, Just Sean, Lisa, Southern Mom, Cement Shoes. How are all y'all? I've been sitting here waiting for my daggone hubby to get back from taking the trash off so we wouldn't be interrupted. But he's taking his sweet time. So I was like, I'll just mute if he pulls in. The dogs bark. That's all I can do. Let me see if I can find the chat on the phone. I was looking around the true crime this morning. I really didn't see much. I seen that Harvey Weinstein is going to court, and I believe jury selection starts tomorrow. Hey, faithful one. And he's going to court over sexual assault charges. He's a real perv. Hey, Mel. Oh, gosh, I feel 100% better. Like I still can't eat right, though. I guess just where I went so long and really couldn't eat. I mean, everybody knows, like, I love sweets. I can't even eat a jelly cake. I mean, I can, but, like, I can't eat it all. So, but anyways, this flu has killed people, and I can see why. It is rough. Mel, I seen how bad the fires are in Australia. I've been following it ever since it started. I just watched a video. These bicyclists stopped, and this koala bear got water from them. And bless she's little heart, they was so thirsty. Start with light soup. Hey, that's what I've been doing. I ate some beef stew yesterday, Progresso. I think it's what's called Progressive, something like that. I'm not a beef stew eater. I'm not a soup eater. Hey, Red Rum, Katie, Michelle. Sucks being sick. I just hope my granny don't get the flu, but she probably won't. She takes a flu shot. Yes, prayers for Australia. I think my hubby was saying this morning, I can't remember how many animals he told me, but the number was up there that's been killed by the fires. I love koala bears too. I've always loved koala bears. I can remember on my birthday, I think I was about 8, I got a koala bear stuffed animal. So much wildlife dead, CC, not to take away from the firemen that have also died, but the animals have nowhere to go. I know. I saw something on the news. I think it was a firefighter and maybe his son. Lady just pushed my door open. Had gotten burned up. I guess they got stuck in the fire in their vehicle. It's horrible. I couldn't finish watching that video this morning of that koala bear. It just gets to me. Poor things. They're so sweet, too. That little thing was so thirsty. Another bad strain of this crap going around here again. Hoping it don't get in my house. Oh, my gosh, Lisa. I hope it don't either. Flu is horrible. It seems like it's getting worse each year. I've seen several people's got channels. It's been down for weeks with the flu. I saw one creator. I watch a cockatoo called Ani, and she had made a post that she was recovering, but a friend of hers husband had passed away. He was a young guy with a few kids. He passed away from the flu. Oh, you're welcome, Sean. I've been following the fire since it first started. I can't believe it's been burning so long. Usually California here in the States, it's always got wildfires. And usually it's caused by human stupidity. Start campfires or whatever and don't put them out right. And there's a lot of dumbasses that start fires on purpose. Firebugs. Mel, no, I didn't get tested. I only knowed I had the flu because uh, Mark got burnt with that vaporizer and went to the emergency room. And he had got sick after me. And they swabbed his nose and told him he had the flu and gave him some Tamiflu, which he shared with me. But I didn't take many of them. They made me too sick. I can ask him when he gets back if they told him what strain he had, but I don't know if they did or not. He didn't mention it to me. Unfortunately, it's a bit of both natural and human stupidity. I know it. Yeah, Mel, are you close to those fires? I thought the last time I asked you, you said no, but gosh, seems like to me that Australia is burning, all of it. I wonder how far the fires are from the Australian zoo, Steve Irwin's zoo. Seems like my hubby told me maybe Steve's wife or one of his kids did an interview about the fires. I could be wrong. He mentioned something like that to me. It's crazy. I was just watching Steve Irwin and his wife this morning. I can never remember her name. Terry. They were showing some old footage of, I guess, when they were trying to get on TV. It was pretty funny. Steve's zoo has been taking in heaps of animals. I watch their zoo sometimes. Gosh, his little boy looks just like him. I mean, acts just like him too. He was pulled right out of his butt, as they say. I like to get up and watch Steve. Sometimes they play Steve Irwin in the morning, then they play that show, Too Cute. I like watching it. Hey, Carolina girl. I like watching Bad Dog too. There was a monkey one time on Bad Dog. I think he's from North Carolina, but he's actually got a YouTube channel I watch. I watch weird stuff, y'all. Hey, figure skating coach. He says, how much land has been burnt? I don't know, like a lot. I mean, there's like thousands and thousands of animals, I believe, that's been killed. And poor animals is probably scared out of their minds. Let's see how much of Australia's burnt. I'm going to look it up. How should I put it? How many acres has burned? I was telling my hubby, I said, I think it's really, really hot right there right now, too. It's summertime, I believe. So that's not helping. Too bad they can't have, like, it's probably a dumb idea, but like water wells dug in the wilderness. So when these fires happen and stuff. Okay, 12.35 million acres has burned so far, it's saying, in Australia. This was posted 18 hours ago. Okay, it's saying the dry, hot weather has escalated the fires. The outbreak of wildfires in Australia has reached a tipping point. Thousands of residents were evacuated this week as bushfires reached the suburban fringes of Sydney. The skies turning blood red. Coastline towns in the states of New South Wales and Victoria were consumed by the blaze, leaving thousands homeless. Many are stuck behind the fire lines, trapped without power or cell service. Oh my gosh, I bet they're terrified. And it's usually the smoke inhalation that kills people, isn't it, before the fire does? Wind changes don't help either. No, I'd say not. Sean, we are pretty lucky here on the West Coast so far. So many animals, homes, livelihoods is gone. Probably our biggest crisis ever. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Hey, Remy. Good morning. How's Bob and Linda? Remy, I learned something about turkeys. Turkeys build their nest on the ground. I never knew that. I thought they built a nest in a tree. There's a ton of smoke in places without the fires, too. Yeah, that makes sense because there's just so much burning. Why weren't the fires handled in September or earlier? I think I don't know. They've been fighting those fires for a while. Guess there's only so much that they can do. Bob and Linda were up in the damn trees gobbling away at 5 a.m. Two separate trees. Maybe they had a fight. Well, nobody needs to sleep past 5:30 anyways, Remy. My daggone dogs woke me up 5:40 something this morning. There's some kind of weird relationship going on between Ladybug and the Yorkie, Chloe. I don't know what's up with them two. They've been acting really strange. I think Lady's jealous of her and tries to dominate her or something. I don't know how brush fires work. We don't have them here. Yeah, well, their heat and all the wind and stuff is making them worse in Australia. Now, the bushland alone is massive, lots of fuel in those areas. Don't they still have like Aborigine tribes that like live in the bush, Mel? I can't believe that it's been burning so long either, Saz. My sister and I used to hunt turkey nests. Really, Red Ruby? I didn't know turkeys built their nest on the ground till I was watching this homesteader guy the other day, and he was catching raccoons because he didn't want them messing up the turkey's nest. Well, those trees and bushes where they're so dry is just like fuel. It's like, the forest fires, those dry leaves and everything, and dead wood and stuff that's dried out, just fuel the fire. Don't the firemen make like lines, like burning lines or something, so the fire won't jump? Bless their hearts. I would be scared to death. Those are some brave men. Will you stay away from Bob the turkey? Is Bob mean, Remy? I've heard that turkeys are mean. My uncle used to have a turkey. My little cousin, when he was little, he was mean as a striped snake. He peed in that turkey's face. That turkey turned blue in the face and got after him and was flogging the shit out of him, attacking him. My hubby wanted some turkeys, and I said, no. I heard they're mean. I already got a damn mean rooster. Acts like damn Norman Bates. He's not been too bad lately, but I've not really seen my animals a whole lot where I've been sick. I sent my hubby with a propane heater this morning over there to go inside Annabelle's stall and sit with her and warm her up. It's like 30 degrees this morning. I did see something about Fotis Dulos this morning, y'all. I keep looking for updates, just hoping one day I'm going to see Fotis Dulos charged first-degree murder. It's not happened yet. I got to mute. I got a cough. I'm about to die, y'all. Okay, so the attorney that is representing Jennifer Dulos's children wants to get paid. We'll see what this article is from 2 days ago, but January 3rd. Sorry if y'all hear my washing machine. I've done laundry this morning. It says, in response to Fotis seeking to end his divorce proceedings with his missing estranged wife, an attorney appointed to represent the best interest of the couple's children is calling for a hearing before a judge. Michael Meehan, he is a court-appointed guardian for the 5 Doulos children, and he's asking the judge overseeing the 2-year divorce to hold a status conference to discuss his fees and his future role in the case. Now, Fotis wants this divorce to stop. He don't want to proceed with it because Jennifer's missing. He's up to something. Hey, Cricket. Don't text and drive, girl. Carolina girl, anyone following Harley Dilly case? No, I'm not, but I'll look it up. You can't hear the washing machine? Okay, good. I can hear it. It's pretty loud. It was spinning. Okay, so I lost my place here. So Meehan, I think this is how you say his name, Meehan, filed the request Thursday, 1 week after attorney Rich Rochland, representing Dumbass Fotis, filed papers seeking to end the divorce because Jennifer Doulos' May 24th disappearance has stalled all the proceedings. Rochland has also sought to move custody proceedings for the 5 children to juvenile court to challenge a New Canaan probate court judge's recent decision to grant Jennifer Doulos' mother, Gloria Farber, guardianship of the children. He's wanting those children back. He's wanting this divorce stopped because then I guess if he's married to Jennifer, then he's got access to her, all of her money and whatever. That's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, they do that around here for kids too. You know, people going through custody battles. They give the kids a lawyer. Hey, Very Mary. Uh-oh, there's the hubs. I probably have to mute. I saw you. I was trying to think where I saw you at the other day, Very Mary. I was watching a replay of a live stream. I believe it's Without My Crystal Ball. I'm pretty sure that was the channel. And I was like, hey, I know Very Mary. Getting ready to drive, but listening. Okay, Leanne, y'all be safe driving. Don't text and drive, y'all. Lady, no barking. You know who it is, so there's no use to do it. You know these dogs, when we bring bags into the house, we have to sit the bags in the floor and let the dogs sniff through them. I mean, they're like little children. It's crazy. Yeah, very much. I heard her say your name or something when I was watching a replay, and I was like, hey, I know her. Red Ruby Dumbass Fotis. Yeah, I cannot stand Fotis Doulos. That man drives me crazy. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me mute 1 sec. Uh-oh, y'all. Annabelle's got a surprise coming. The hub's got her a big red ball. I've been wanting her to have one of those big jumbo balls so she can play around with it. I like watching I like watching that girl without a crystal ball because she keeps up with all like the reality shows and stuff. Speaking of reality shows, did y'all watch Sister Wives last night? Does anybody watch Sister Wives on TLC? I have watched it since the first season. But Lord, I had to keep turning it last night. That Cody Brown gets on my nerves so bad I can't stand it. The way he slings his hair around, I mean, he thinks he is God's gift. And there's always somebody on there crying, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Morning, Black Rose. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up that case Carolina girl said. Harley Dilly. Let me look that up. I'm nosy. Let's see what it says. I'll probably recognize it once I look it up. Oh, it's a missing child. Oh, my goodness. Lady, I believe you can wait till I get off here before you get something to eat. It says Sunday marks day 16 of the nationwide search for 14-year-old Harley Dilly of Port Clinton, and the community is still hopeful for his safe return. How long's he been missing? There's a GoFundMe for him. Oh, he's a cute little feller. It said he disappeared from his home over 2 weeks ago on December 20th. Since his disappearance, K-9 teams and helicopters from both state and federal agencies assisted in the search that covered 100 acres near his home on December 26th. How did I miss this? Well, I've been sick. Says the main focus is to get Harley home to his mom and dad, Chief Hickman said. They've passed out more than 1,500 flyers with his photo and information. And they're urging the community to share the flyers. That's awful. Gosh. You know, when these kids go missing, most of the time it does not turn out good, even when grown-ups go missing. But I hope and pray maybe he just got mad and ran away or something. I would think if he ran away and had it planned, the investigators would have figured it out. Probably some pervert grabbed him. Okay, so that's in Ohio. Okay. I didn't know where Port Clinton was. Y'all remember that case I told y'all about the other day when Heidi Broussard was missing? And I said there was another girl that had already had a baby that went missing one time, and this woman faked being a social worker. Showed up at her apartment. Of course, she really wasn't a social worker. Her name was Geraldine Jones. I was watching Snap the other night, and that story came up, and I was like, oh my God, I was just talking about it. But she had pretended to be pregnant, and she found, gosh, what was her name? I can't remember the girl's name, but she found her on Facebook. That's how she knew she was pregnant. That's how she knew she had been in a custody battle for other kids. But just thank God her boyfriend that day helped carry her stuff to that pretend social worker's car, Geraldine Jones, and he wrote down the tag number. But he wrote down one number that was wrong, so it took them a while to track it down. But it was on Snap. Does sound awful where he met someone online through his YouTube. Did he have YouTube? I warn my son about that all the time. I'm like, if you talk to people online, I mean, that don't mean that's who they say they are just because it's a child's picture. I worry about my son because he likes to play those daggone games online and talk to people as he's playing, but it's usually somebody he knows. Oh, I didn't know he was a popular YouTuber. Boy, I'm way off on true crime. I'll have to look into this. YouTube, social media is dangerous. That's why people shouldn't be doxing people and sharing their addresses and stuff, because you just don't know who's watching. Like right now, I don't know everybody that's watching probably. You know, what if there's some psycho watching? And then they get it in their head, you know, they're going to get it out for somebody their favorite YouTuber's mad at, or, you know, just crazy stuff. Them damn games are the devil, at least, I swear. Kids get addicted to them. My son is, I know. I worry about it too, Saz, because people is crazy. There was a cop's daughter who got catfished by a predator. Her dad was out on patrol. She thought she was going to meet a 15-year-old boy. Well, when she walked out to the car, it was a grown man. He took her at gunpoint. He took her to a storage place, and he raped and he killed her. And she was only like 14 or 15 and a cop's daughter. I watched it on the ID channel. There's a lot of good shows on the ID channel. I hear that Watts movie's coming out like January 24th, 25th, something like that. I'm going to try my best to boycott it. I'm just so nosy. I probably won't be able to, but I'm going to try to. I heard that they was calling Strive in it. People say what they want to about that stuff, but it does jack you up. I know. I tried it. Of course, I drank coffee on it, and I'm already hyper. But it did make me really manic. Sometimes I just wonder if that could have done something to Chris, because I believe I did hear him say that Thrive made his heart feel like it was beating out of his chest. Who knows? There's no excuse for what he did. Lisa, I test my son. I'll say, well, what if a stranger said that if you meet him, he would buy you a game, or they'd buy you a game or PlayStation bucks or whatever? And he's like, I wouldn't do it. I was like, well, they would be tricking you. I tell him stuff like that all the time because you can never be too careful. I know what evil is in the world. I've experienced it. Evil people, perverts. Watts film should not be allowed. It disgusts me. I was wondering, does her family have to give them permission to do that? I guess not, because, it's public. I'm just wondering. I wouldn't think that they would sign off on that. Thrive is a lot of caffeine. And I'm going to tell you, I think it came from the patches is really what made me manic. Those patches are strong. I watched Don't F with Cats movie last night. That guy, really Southern. I've not heard of that. Isn't there a Cats movie out or something? I know, Lisa, kids don't take us serious when we try to tell them about online predators and stuff. I always tell my little boy, I say, they like little boys too, these perverts, not just little girls, son. Hell, there's women sex predators too out there. I watched something about a Tennessee prison, and they had quite a few sex predators, women. It's public news, so they don't have to. That's what I was thinking too, Red Ruby, about the Watts movie, that it was public. They did that Jodi Arias. I thought the Jodi Arias movie was pretty good. I watched something on ID channel about her the other night. It was like in a 2-part thing. I fell asleep though, of course. She is a real nut. Her lawyer was on there, and he was saying she had odd requests. She wanted her attorney to take care of her cat, I believe. Who the hell did she think she was? And I wonder if he did take care of the cat. I fell asleep. Fell asleep on the damn Eileen Wuornos and can't find it back on TV now. Oh my God, it's wicked cold out today. It's pretty cold here too, Michelle. Let me see how many degrees it is. I think it's about 30. Yeah, it's 30. I hear Sunny cutting a fit over there. No, I'm wrong. It's 41. I hadn't updated yet. Still feels cold to me. That movie is so good. You should watch it. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out. Well, I don't got Netflix, though. I'm glad it's not raining too, Lisa. My damn chicken yard's been a muddy mess over there. I hate for my birds to get that muddy. Let's look and see if there's anything going on in People True Crime. I looked this morning and they had the same articles they'd had for days on there. Of course, y'all know they found Peyton Houston's remains. Y'all talk about a bunch of assholes. I had a couple people comment some horrible things about Peyton Houston, and they were from men. One of them said, I got the screenshot of it, she deserved to die. One of them said she went looking for Mr. Goodbar, whatever the hell that means, and found him, didn't she? I didn't like that. So I deleted their comments and blocked them. They can't do no better than that. You know, I respect people's opinions, but I don't respect people's opinions that says shit like that. I'm not putting up with it. Oh, Lord, here's the church murder. Finally, they put something new up. Let's see if we can pull it up. I've watched several shows that's had people in church that murdered. This one woman, she murdered the church secretary just because she was jealous of her. Sure did. Now, let's go back to screen share. I'm getting better at this screen share. I'll be honest with y'all. It's just good to be back on here. Feeling good. Because I didn't think I was ever going to get back to my normal self. Uh-oh, here we got a love triangle, y'all. Let me find my chat back on my phone. I can't stand looking at that StreamYard's chat. Did a love triangle at an Oklahoma church, what did it say, lead to murder? Oh, this is an old crime. I guess People Magazine's doing an episode. I love their People Magazine Investigates on ID Channel. It says October 6, 2001, an Oklahoma man, Rob Andrew, called police and reported something disturbing. The brake lines on his car had been cut, and he believed... crap. He, stupid Chromebook made me lose my place. He believed his wife and her lover were responsible. It was a terrifying episode in what had been a difficult time in Rob's life, and his final months are examined on tonight's episode of People Magazine Investigates, airing 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll try to watch that if I'm not asleep. Rob knew his wife Brenda had been having an affair with James Pavitt, who, like Rob, was a deacon at North Point Baptist Church in Edmond. It was one of several affairs Brenda had carried out throughout the couple's marriage. But Rob didn't believe in divorce and wanted to stick things out. Oh, this is going to be good. Lots of drama. Says that hope was dashed in September, however, when Brenda kicked him out of their Oklahoma City house and filed for divorce and limited his contact with their 2 children. Despite the bad signs, Rob, who worked as an advertising executive, leaned on his faith to remain optimistic. On November 20th, 2001, he wrote in his spiritual journal, I should walk with assurance of the things I hope for, a relationship with my kids, a loving relationship with family and friends, a home that worships, laughs, and plays and loves. Stay faithful. He seemed like a good person. Too bad he had a wicked, wicked wife. After he reported the incident with his brakes to police and told authorities he was going through a difficult separation, Oklahoma City Detective Mike Klicka advised him to never go to his old home and by himself, basically, y'all. I can't read today. Well, I guess he didn't take the detective's advice and went to his former home on November 20th to pick up his kids to spend Thanksgiving weekend with them. And he was murdered. She shot him. I've watched this morning, y'all, about a parrot that actually reenacted his owner's murder. And the parrot was saying, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." Well, I thought that article was going to be better than what it was, but oh well. Hey, Verbal. A rabbi, Susan, killed his wife to be with his lover. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, what does these, people think they're in church. Right there's the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not kill, and they kill. Because in their head, God's going to forgive them for any sin they commit as long as they repent. Yes, Saz, it was a parrot, and I'm going to say, crap, where did that happen at? I believe it was in Michigan. It was an African gray, and what it was, the woman shot her husband and then shot herself and tried to act like there was an intruder. But her smart mouth parrot told on her. He reenacted the murder, was saying, "Don't shoot." He was even saying, I guess she had told her husband, "Get the F over here." That parrot repeated everything that was said. There was a ringneck parrot in India that solved her owner's murder as well. Parrots are very, very intelligent. I'd love to have one. I love the ID channel too, Blueberry. I love Deadly Women. I love that criminal profiler. What's her name? Candace DeLong. I believe that's her name. Hey, Saz, all you got to do is get on YouTube and look up parrots that solved their owner's murders. You'll find a couple different ones. I was watching a video where an UPS driver heard what he thought was a woman yelling for help. So he calls his wife and's like, "What do I do?" So she calls 911. Well, when the cops get there, it's a daggone bird. The bird don't like to be alone. It's like a 41-year-old bird. And when he is alone, I think his name's Diego, he hollers, "Help me, help me." And it sounds just like a woman. Uh-oh, my mother's calling. Family drama, y'all. My brother got out of jail Friday, and he's already back to doing his old stuff. Birds are amazing, y'all. I would love to have one, which I got chickens, but they don't talk. There was another bird that solved his owner's murder, but the bird was killed as well. His owner was stabbed to death, and when his owner was being attacked, the bird attacked the attacker and was pecking at his head and flying around. So that man killed the bird. And how the bird solved the murder was that man's DNA was on that bird's beak. Oh, it's all right, Lisa. I knew as soon as he got out of jail, he would do that. I was up all night the other night worried about him, if he was froze to death or where he was at. We couldn't find him. What is this Don't F with Cats, y'all? What's it about? Is it about cats? I've not heard of it. I'm going to have to look it up. My granny loves cats. Cats are okay. There's never been my favorite, but I'm good to them. I feed some feral kittens and their mama. I need to get Netflix. Okay. Oh, so it's cat. Don't fuck with cats. Killer's disturbing message to internet sleuth revealed. It's about murder or something, Lisa. I didn't know what it was about either. I feel dumb. It says, Don't F with Cats is unlike your usual true crime documentary series, turning the bizarre and downright disturbing Luca Magnotta case upside down by tackling it from a different perspective. That's like a weird name for like a true crime documentary, I think. Maybe it's got something to do with cats somewhere. Okay, it says videos surfaced on the internet of an anonymous person killing cats. Oh, a Facebook group helped identify and later compile evidence against Luca after some videos surfaced on the internet of him killing cats. Anybody that harms animals, they say, is going to grow up to be a serial killer, a killer, some sort. Hey, Captain Obvious, a cool name. Magnotta. I guess, is it Canadian? I'm probably not pronouncing it right. Oh, really? You can get a month free of Netflix season? Thanks. I'm going to do that. A lot of people think Jeffrey Dahmer killed animals, but Jeffrey didn't. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't kill animals. He went out and picked up roadkill and dissected it. I think he killed one fish. Um, Jeffrey actually had a dog he was pretty close with growing up. I will watch it, definitely. We don't know who we really talked to. That's right, Lisa. I mean, like just like with YouTube, you only know what they show you, you don't really know people. Do we ever really know anybody? No, no matter how well we know them. There's women that's lived with serial killers and said that they had no idea. There's only 3 episodes and I binged watched it. I did the staircase that way. That owl theory was just stupid, I thought. But Michael Peterson basically got away with murder. I think he killed her. I really do. What is up with those Peterson men? There's like 2 or 3 of them that's killed their wives. Captain thinks it's better than no shit Sherlock as a name. I don't think you do really know anyone, CC. Well, it's true, man. You don't know what's going through someone else's mind. See, how many Petersons was there? Scott Peterson, Michael Peterson, Drew Peterson, and there was another Peterson man a while back. I can't remember his name. And I'm like, what's going on with the Petersons? They got the staircase episodes on the ID channel on demand, Saz. I saw it when I was trying to find that Eileen Warnos episode that they did, Mind of a Murderer, the other day. Hopefully they replay that because I fell asleep. I tried my best to watch that. I just cannot stay awake to watch late stuff. I just get up so early is what it is. I'm usually up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So by 11 o'clock, it feels like I've been up for freaking hours. Evil Genius is the story about the pizza delivery man. So much I didn't know. The other one is The Keepers. Watch all those while you have it free. Oh, I will. I like to listen and watch stuff while I'm piddling around the house and stuff. That's probably how I miss so much. Violent Tendencies. Oh, I like that name too. Y'all are creative with your names. Hey, Nary. How are you, girl? I was listening to you on Robbie's the other morning, but I didn't know what the hell was going on. I swear, you off YouTube a little bit or a few hours, and it's like 10 years happened. You know, there's just so much going on. One of my New Year's resolutions is to stay out of the drama, which I usually do. But like refrain from commenting. If I'm in a live stream, just say hey or whatever. Not really get into it because it gets way too serious. Lisa, I wish now I'd never put my name. Everybody has used their names, first and last names. When I first started a YouTube account so I could listen to music, which I think was about 2011, 12, I had my first and last name too. Then I changed it. Want to hook up with a Netflix voucher. Does that work, Mamo? It's getting a little much. Yeah, it's been a little much for a long time. Yeah, Lisa, you can change your name. Like, think of a nickname or something. People get way too serious on here. Go to real life. I mean, God money. Look, I don't even think the drama led up for the holidays. I think like little bits and pieces, but where I was sick, I can't even remember. Hey, Love Hollis. The only thing I really remember about any drama was somebody's son got threatened by pervert. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did hear that. I guess if there wasn't no drama going on, it'd be a little boring, I guess. I don't know. I don't find it boring. I watch different stuff on YouTube. I watch a lot of animal videos, and good Lord, I'm hooked on watching toddlers and tiaras. I watch it and bitch about the parents. Because, like, these parents, they need someone to tell them that their child's beautiful. They got something wrong with them. The holiday drama made me so sad. I know. Like, I don't know who could handle that all the time. Like, being the person that's arguing back and forth with somebody. Like, that would really get to me. It would affect me in my real life. Hell, it affects me in my real life just by watching it if I watch too much. It got way out of hand for me too fast, and that's why I've like totally cut myself back from it. I was in Brian's stream for just a minute this morning. He was having a little rant, which I can't say I blame him. People talking about his kid. He can't help what his kid did now. I really didn't know what was going on because I come in like at the end of it. Bye, Linda. Thank you for stopping in. Linda's a sweetie. Yes, they say I'm more into other channels than being in the dumb, immature drama. A lot of it is very, very immature. And people need to quit doing these peace treaties and stuff because they are not going to work. They're just not going to work. And that just causes more drama. Well, a lot of people realize that, hey, I can get more views and stuff doing drama season. I'd rather just keep what I do here. Little true crime, little chit chat, and just get along, I mean, everybody likes to watch a good train wreck, I guess, but there's plenty of drama on TV. Watch TLC, 90 Day Fiance, or Sister Wives or something. It's very toxic, says. It's not healthy. It's not healthy just to constantly watch that and be involved in it. It's not good. I mean, at least for me, it wouldn't be. It's craziness. What I do is people that I don't care for on YouTube, I don't go to their channel. I don't go to their channel to listen to them just so I can get pissed off. If I don't like them, I'm not listening. I think YouTube drama becomes addictive and stuff. Hey, Florence, how are you? And your little puppy. Florence, don't you have a little puppy that's deaf and blind? I think I remember you telling me that. I had a dog that was blind once. A lab. We had to have him put to sleep. He was so miserable. Yeah, Love House, I'm with you. Once in a while, it's okay, and maybe even a little entertaining. Sometimes I don't even find it entertaining now, especially if I don't know what the hell's going on. If someone annoys me, their voice grates on me after about 5 minutes. Me too, very much. There's one person I just cannot stand, and I just do not go there. That's all I'll say. I can't even hear. I don't care what they was talking about. I just can't even stand to hear them talk. You're right, Alex. It's not healthy if you overinvest, she says. But in a lot of ways, it's no different than soap operas. Yeah, it just gets too personal. I mean, myself, my feelings would be hurt. I'm too sensitive for it. Mel, did you do belly dancing? I just looked down and seen your comment. I watch the belly dancers on YouTube. I watch a lot of different stuff. I really like watching documentaries about Egypt and stuff like that. A lot of times if you see me on YouTube, I'm watching a documentary. Sometimes it'll show I'm on YouTube and I'm not. I guess my YouTube's playing or something. Guys, it's been a great chat this morning. I'm going to go in here and see what my doggies want. I think they got some treats. Hey, Todd. Well, Todd, if you would like to come up and discuss it with me, I kind of felt dumb talking about the Ramsey case because, there's just so much that I'm ignorant about when it comes to that case. But yes, we can discuss it again. If I got some help, I'd like for someone to come up and help me with it. If you'd be interested, let me know. Oh, did you do a parody, Mel of her? She did a parody of me, Delusion Dispeller did. It was quite funny, I thought. But anyways, I'm going to jump off here. I will see y'all in the morning if nothing happens. Y'all have a good day. Stay out of drama. Stay out of trouble. If you can. If you can. Anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Got to take my goat her ball and see how she likes it. Got to do a goat reacts to Big Red Ball. Oh, bye, guys.